Check it out, I got a haircut. Oh, so something that I'm gonna start now be implementing for my New Year's resolution, because obviously I failed and I came all over myself, which was very, 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 very disappointing, because I was so far deep up in it and it just fucking came out, bro. It just fucking came out. So now what I'm going to be trying to do is I'm not even going to deal with it. I'm not even going to touch it. I'm not going to rub on it. Which is very, very frustrating. It's very, very upsetting. But it's just something that I'm doing for right now. Something that I did today impressed me, because I went into the gym and I worked out for a solid 4.5 hours straight. Now, when I say that I worked out for 4.5 hours straight, I don't mean that I went inside the gym and just stood around and spoke to a whole bunch of random people for 4.5 hours. I mean, I went from machine to machine, to treadmill, to bench press, to bicep curls, to different workouts for 4.5 hours. It literally felt so good that it felt like, it almost felt like, you know, like that's like what I'm supposed to be doing. Like that's because I'm so fat. I'm so fat, and it's very, very frustrating because I'm tired of it, and I can't lose the weight too quickly, because, like, probably, most likely, unfortunately, I'm probably gonna have some sort of like loose skin by the time that I get to the point to where I want to be. But I am trying to avoid that by keeping my skin nice, healthy, and moisturized, which I have been doing. A new thing that I have been doing is that instead of just like straight out the shower, you know, obviously, like, I put the lotion on and everything like that. But what I tried the other day, which was amazing, is I just lathered myself down in the lotion. And then I went back in the shower, and it comes off super easy. Like, I don't, like, so what I did is that, like, I took a shower, and then, like, I put lotion all over my body. And then I went back into the shower and then took all the lotion off. And then I came out of the shower and then, like, dried myself off and everything like that. But I actually don't, like, I don't know. Like, I actually have to lose the weight to see if it is going to have loose skin or not. And then from that point, by the time that I get to that point, and I know that, like, that I work out consistently, I know that, like, for myself, I know that I eat healthy on a long-term basis. Once I get to that point, then I can go and I can have, like, maybe like the surgery to get, you know, like a six-pack. But obviously, if I just do that straight out the bow and I don't have the correct, what is it called? The correct routines. You know, if I don't have the correct routines, say if I just go ahead and I, you know, get the surgery now and like have like a six-pack, I'm only gonna have that six-pack for like maybe like a year or something, because I'm gonna go back to like eating like crap. So a huge project that I'm working on for myself right now is that I am finally going back and I am reading through all of my past journals that like I've wrote down, because honestly, which really sucks, is that when I, Paul Frazier, traveled to 48 states, almost every single state of all of the United States of America, when I did that, I've logged it. I've logged every single state. Like, I made sure to, you know, at least like put my feet on the ground of every single state. I couldn't stay around because it was almost like I was like possessed by a fucking demon to go from like state to state to state. Like, honestly, like it feels like I didn't sleep that entire time just driving consistently. Like, I knocked it out of the park. Like, from California to New York, all the way up to Maine, and all the way back around. Like, every single state. I've logged it. Unfortunately, I got to a point in my life where I was like so... Like, I'm starting to read through my journals, and oh my God. Like, when I came back and I touched down back at my parents' house, how much I like hated myself, because I literally started writing down like I'm a loser, like I haven't done anything with my life, I haven't succeeded anything, even though that I just traveled everywhere. And I'm starting to read through these journals, and I don't like, so what I'm doing is this very, very tedious. It's a lot of work. But I'm going through the journal, and from when I was like born till present day, I'm starting to write down every single memory that I have, every single memory that like like basically like the highlights of my life. And I'm literally bullet point by bullet point by bullet point by bullet point, I'm starting to write them down, and I'm starting to remember everything. And I don't want to say this, but I'm going to say it right now because I did want to mention it in like a future video. But so, like, this shocked me to the point where like I don't know, my face went like tingly for a second. But when I went out and I traveled to 48 states, I got in a car accident, right? I smashed my car. I bought a new car out there. And the date that I smashed into that guardrail was April 1st. Do you know what April 1st is? It's obviously April Fool's Day, right? And this was way before I even knew Logan Paul's name. April 1st is his actual legitimate birthday. And this was way before I got on medication and went to his physical house and I got like arrested in front of his house. This was before I even knew his name. And like when I smashed at like 45 miles per hour into that guardrail, that was the man's birthday. I was like, what? So like I was like, this is like super important for me to like I'm going back and like I'm starting to like read through my journals. I'm starting with the very first one and making notes on it, and obviously I'm going to go to the second one, to my present day journal, because I journal every single day. I have been journaling for like the past like 3 years consistently now, which is freaking dope and is fucking on point. And that's what I'm supposed to be doing, because now that I'm reading through all these stories, all these trials and tribulations that I went through, I'm like, how the fuck did I forget this? Like, it almost feels like I had like amnesia. Maybe it might have been the car accident, the second car accident. Maybe it might have been the medication, but I don't know what the hell it is. But I mean, I should at least remember some of this shit, and I'm so glad. Journaling, and in my life, vlogging is literally like one of the most important things that I can possibly do, and I'm gonna continue to keep making these videos, whether if it gets 0 views, which it typically does, or if it gets however, I'm like, this is me being genuine, but it's like almost like the views and the interaction that it gets is like, I mean, obviously like it's like important to me. I'm not saying that like I'm just blowing you guys off, but it's being like more important to document my life so that like in the future I can go back and further understand myself. Because like I'm reading through this book and oh my God, like I was so oblivious, so stupid to so much shit that like I'm learning from my past so I don't have to like do it again in the future.